Welcome to Gospel Music USA, bringing you the best in Southern gospel music from coast to coast. Now here are your hosts of Gospel Music USA, Danny Jones, Karen Peck Gooch, and Mike Lefevre.
And hello everyone, welcome to Gospel Music USA. My name is Danny Jones. That is the one, the only, the incredible, he paid me to say that, Mike Lefevre.
Yes.
And you know, hey, our other co-host, Karen Peck Gooch, she's
out on assignment.
She is out on assignment.
That's right.
And we'll go ahead and just spill the beans. We'll let everybody know that in 9 months, Karen Peck is going to do something that is absolutely unbelievable. She's releasing a new album. You already ran with that, didn't you? Well, that's where she is today. She is recording Karen Peck and New River. They'll have a new release coming up in a few months, so make sure you stay tuned. I'm sure we'll mention it here on Gospel Music USA. Mike, we've got a great program ahead. Who is coming up to sing for us first?
Greater Vision singing, I Know He Heard My Prayer.
Have passed away. I see the light of day. The sun is shining through, dispelling gloom with hallelujahs. I know that this is real, for in my heart I feel that my Savior heard my to me to take away my victory. I can point him to the time when heaven's light did shine. I can say he heard my earnest prayer. I know he heard my prayer. Said that my faith in God was dead, and if the way was rough, he did not care. Thank God it is not true. He thrills me through and through. I know the Savior heard my
are back right here on Gospel Music USA. Today, sort of a different arrangement. Karen is on assignment. Well, you know, we say that because we want you to think you're actually watching network news or something like that. But Karen's not here today. As we mentioned earlier in the program, they, meaning Karen Peck and U River, are recording their new album. Yet to be named album, and I think the Lefevre Quartet is.
I thought they were making a CD.
Well, now don't go there, because we know that you have been around during the days of CDs. You have been around during the days of cassettes, records, transcriptions, telegraphs, and 8-tracks. I forgot those.
But
hey,
you know, do you know I still go to the record table? I tell everybody every night I'm going to the record table.
That's true. But now, hey, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What was the first 8-track that you ever remember listening to?
Well, everything, when I was a kid, everything I ever had was the Lefevres, of course. So it would have been, I think it was an album called Experience the Lefevres.
Great album.
Had,
or, I'm sorry, great 8-track.
Yeah, 8-track. Well, I had the album too.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, they were doing doubles back then.
Or is it just me, or did it always seem that the people, the manufacturers of the 8-tracks, did they always manage to change the program right in the middle of your favorite song? No matter what it was, it was always your favorite song, and it went and come back.
It had to, though, you know.
Well, yeah, but so it wasn't just me that it happened.
No, it wasn't just you. And I'm going to tell them myself, I did have an 8-track with Olivia Newton-John on it.
Really?
Yeah. Have you never been mellow? Anyway. Just thought I'd share that.
Okay, well, don't share anymore. Okay, just no longer share. But you know, all right. Now let's since we broached the subject of 8-tracks, think about how far gospel music has come along in the world of technology. The very first recordings that anybody can find of a gospel music group are the old radio transcriptions. That's even predating the 78 RPM records. And then we went from 78s to 33s to 45s and everything. When you were with Gold City, back then, radio singles like Midnight Cry, When I Get Carried Away, went out on a little 45 RPM. Do you remember what was on the other side of When I Get Carried Away?
Was it Come On In?
It was. Very good. Very good. I'm impressed. People this old generally don't remember that quickly. All right, now, here's another guy that he's been around in gospel music for a long time. Our friend Scott Fowler. Yep. He, of course, now has Legacy 5, a group that he and Roger Bennett started way back in 2000. Their very first date was in 2000. As a matter of fact, I was on the bus for their first trip. We started out, went to here in Atlanta, sang at a church in Marietta. And then from there, went to Florence, Alabama, and then from there to Spartanburg, South Carolina. That was the first 3 dates of Legacy 5. And it is amazing to see what has happened with that group down through the years, doing so well. And Scott has been in gospel music, well, actually a long time. He's like us. He seems like he's been around forever. He sang with a group called The Sound, based in Texas for a long time. And then most people were first acquainted with Scott Fowler with a group called The Cathedrals. So you worked a time or two with The Cathedrals. And
many times. When
The Cathedrals retired, that's when he and the late Roger Bennett put Legacy 5 together, and they've had a very talented group. We're going to dig in the archives right now. We're going to go back about a year, maybe 2 years ago, back when Gus Gates was singing tenor for Legacy 5, and they came and visited our program one day, and they put together a medley of some classic songs from the world of gospel music. So sit back and enjoy our friends right now, Legacy 5.
Jesus is coming after me. I'll hear him calling me away from this old world forever to stay. And when I take my Savior's hand in that blessed promised land, gonna shout and sing through the endless ages. What a happy day. Oh, what a happy day. What a happy day that will be when we gather there. Oh, what a happy day. What a happy day when we climb those golden stairs. We'll we'll see our loved ones gone before, James and John and a million more. Oh, what a happy time that's sure to be. Oh, what a happy day. And when I walk into heaven fair, see my blessed Jesus there. He'll place a crown upon my head, give me a robe of white to wear. I'm gonna walk on streets of purest gold. I'll live forever and never grow old. I'll shout and sing through the endless ages. What a happy day. Oh, what a happy day. What a happy day that will be when we gather there. Oh, what a happy day. What a happy day when we climb those golden stairs. We'll see our loved ones gone before, James and John and a million more. Oh, what a happy time that's sure to be. Oh, what a happy day. Everybody will be happy. We'll be happy over there. We will shout and sing His praise. Everybody will be happy over there. Oh, yes, I'll live in glory, glory, by and by and by. I'll tell and sing love story, tell love story there on high, with my dear Redeemer there. No more, no more, no more to die. Yes, I'll live in glory, glory, by and by. When we all get to heaven, what a rejoicing that will be. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout the victory.
I'll have a new home of love eternal, where the redeemed of God shall stand.
There'll be no more sorrow, no more pain, there'll be no more strife.
Yes, in the likeness of my Savior, ready to live.
Paradise. I'll have a new body, praise the Lord, I'll have a new life. Oh, what singing, oh, what shouting on that happy morning when we all shall rise. Oh, what glory, hallelujah, when we meet our blessed Savior in the sky, the sky. Everybody's gonna have religion and glory. Everybody's gonna be singing that story. Everybody's gonna have a wonderful time up there. Brother, there's a reckoning coming in the morning. Better get ready, 'cause I'm giving you the warning. We'll have a wonderful time up there. Oh, what a happy day. What a happy day that will be when we gather there. Oh, what a happy day. What a happy day when we climb those golden stairs. We'll see our loved ones gone before, James and John and a million more. Oh, what a happy time that's sure to be when my Jesus we shall see. What a happy time that's sure to be. Oh, what a happy day. My Jesus we shall see. What a happy time that's sure to be. What a happy day. What a happy day. What a happy day. Yeah. I'm so glad I heard my Savior gently pleading. Now I'm an errant child of God, I truly know. All the way home His precious hand is daily leading. It's a grand and a glorious feeling as I go, as I go. It's a grand and a glorious feeling, just to be a child of God. How His love comes over me stealing, making my pathway brighter grow as on I plod. Every day I'll tell the old story of His love I'll ever sing. What a grand and a glorious feeling, just to be walking and to be talking with my King, with my King. saved and washed my soul as white as snow. Some of these days I'll reach my wondrous home supernal. It's a grand and a glorious feeling as I go, as I go. It's a grand and a glorious feeling, grand and a glorious feeling, just to be a child of God. How His love comes over me stealing, love comes over me stealing, making my pathway brighter grow as all I plod. Every day I'll tell the old story, I will tell the old story of His love, I'll never sing. What a grand and a glorious feeling, and a glorious feeling, just to be walking and to be talking with my King, with my King. Yes, it's a grand and a glorious feeling, grand and a glorious feeling, just to be a child of God. How His love comes over me stealing, comes over me stealing, making my pathway brighter grow as all I plod. Every day I'll tell the old story, I will tell the old story of His love, I'll ever sing. What a grand and a glorious feeling, and a glorious feeling, and a glorious feeling, just to be walking and to be talking with my King, with my King.
Another song there from Legacy 5. Now, Mike, can you hit that low note that Matt did on the end of that
Man,
song?
I could, but I don't like to do stuff like that, and you know,
Right.
I'm just not that type of guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. All right, so we've heard from Greater Vision today. We've also heard from Legacy 5.
Yeah.
Now we've got another group that's going to sing, and we know these guys really well. Matter of fact, if you were to walk out the studio doors, head west just a little bit, you would actually run right straight into the house of Brian Free. Brian Free and Assurance coming up here for us in just a few moments. Great trio, and of course you spent a few years on the bus with him during your days with Gold City.
We did. We spent several years with Gold City and with Brian Free and Assurance.
That's right. A lot of people don't remember that Mike Lefevre was 1/3 of the original Brian Free and Assurance.
That's right.
When Brian left Gold City, he started a trio. He asked a great baritone to come along. He wasn't able, so he got Mike to come in and sing too.
Goodness.
So, hey.
Aren't you on it today?
Hey, well, now, don't feel that I'm taking unfair advantage of Mr. Lefevre. You don't know what I go through when the camera is off, so this is my only chance.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Hey, we could talk about Karen since she's not here.
Why don't we give Brian's home address, and that way folks could really go to his house?
Go have dinner with him.
Yes.
That would be great. Great. This is Mike's idea, by the way. So just keep that in mind. All right. Speaking of Brian, let's talk about Brian. A great career in gospel music. He is gospel music's most awarded tenor, and you know, let's be honest about it. He's in our age bracket. And many tenors who have reached that age, they've lost that edge, you know. But Brian is singing some of the best high notes he's ever sang.
He is probably one of the most consistent singers I ever had the privilege of singing with, and a consistent person, a consistent godly man, and God has anointed his ministry, and so. And
he's got two guys traveling with him right now and singing. Bill Shivers, he's been a part of the group now for well over a dozen years. Mike Rogers sings the baritone. And listen, you are going to hear some great singing right now from Brian Free and Assurance. Here's a song that's called "He Will Carry You."
Ever find yourself asking God where He's been? Ever get up out of bed saying I can't do this again? Have you ever been afraid of what tomorrow's gonna bring? And you're facing it alone, at least that's what you think. can tell you after going through that valley, even though I couldn't see it at the time, it was in my weakest moments that he held me, and I know you'll find he will carry you when you can't go on. He will be your strength when your strength is gone. He will lift you up. He will be enough to get you through when the road is long and you wanna quit, 'cause you think you got nothing left to give. You can fall apart, fall into his arms. He will carry you. When you get the kind of news that you hoped you'd never hear, when you're chasing down a dream just to watch it disappear, when somebody that you love turns and walks away, and they leave you standing there with shattered faith. You don't have to pick up all the broken pieces. You don't have to try to cover up the scars. You are loved and you can always run to Jesus, just as you are. He will carry you when you can't go on. He will be your strength when your strength is gone. He will lift you up. He will be enough to get you through when the road is long and you wanna quit, 'cause you think you've got nothing left to give. You can fall apart, fall into his arms. He will carry you. His heart is never weary. No, he's never tired. Through the toughest fight, through the longest night, through the flood and through the fire, he will carry you when you can't go on. He'll be your strength when your strength is gone. He will lift you up. He will be enough to get you through when the road is long and you wanna quit, 'cause you think you've got nothing left to give. You can fall apart, fall into his arms. He will carry you. He will carry you.
Brian, Free and Assurance, a great song. You know, Brian is one of those groups, actually Brian himself is one of those artists who just has a knack for knowing a good song.
He does.
I mean, think about all the songs that he's been a part of along the way. You know, Brian knows immediately if that's going to work for him.
Yeah. We had a great song when I was there. And I can't even think of the title of it. I shouldn't even say anything about it. For God So Loved.
Great song.
Great song.
It's still a signature
Yeah.
song. All right, here's another signature song for Brian, Free and Assurance. We hope you've had a great time here at Gospel Music USA. Here he is, that group singing Unashamed.